Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Extra Point. I'm Joe Martin. I'm here once again with Zach and Callie, my two football comrades of the gridiron. Let's talk about it's been a couple of weeks since we've done this, guys. Let's talk about, did anybody see the Baylor Texas brawl? Game?
Yeah, that was...
I saw some of it, but as always, Texas
and Baylor don't like each other.
No, they don't like each other too much, but you would have expected Texas to win that one. No,
Yeah.
I don't think any of us chose Texas.
No, nobody did.
Well, by the time Baylor was on their fourth-string quarterback,
Yeah.
I guess they couldn't throw the ball.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that was one of the. I was lucky enough to see the brawl as it happened. But anyway, North Carolina, Clemson, that was one to touch on. I think I'm not 100% sure Clemson is the number one team in the country.
They're the only undefeated ones so far. So I guess from that perspective,
I like their.
who else would be number one?
Yeah, they seem scrappy. They fought back to win. They've won. The key thing there. They won.
Exactly.
So we will see. Going into bowl season,
That's
they have
why this
a
playoff
really
is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. They
College
won. And North Carolina, I think, is maybe better than we give them credit for. So, although you and I actually picked North Carolina.
Yeah, we did. And
Wait,
we
Callie
were an
picked
onside.
Clemson?
We were an offsides call on the onside kick away from being.
Apparently so. I
Win.
picked Iowa, and you guys took Michigan State. However, that was a good game.
Yeah, but I learned a whole bunch about Michigan State during that, especially during that final drive of the game that they put together. It was over a 7-minute drive that they just rammed down.
Michigan State, like I said, I like
1 point
them.
away from being undefeated.
1 point, yep.
And we're going to talk about that. Anyway, that week of picks, I went 4-4. Zach, you went 4-4, and the big winner was
Callie. I can't believe
5-3. We had to let her have one week.
No, that's the second week.
Okay, 2 out of the 17 weeks.
Okay, so
Zach, don't.
for the season, Zach, you're 58-42. Callie, you're 49-42, and I am 60-40. I'm still in the lead by 2 games, 2%.
Sadly.
Yeah.
So let's go to this. Let's go to the picks for the bowl season, and hopefully we'll. I'm going to go. I'm not exactly how I've got it here, so let's go down the bottom and start first. Let me see your pen, please. MTSU versus Western Michigan.
Something tells me to go Western Michigan in this one for some reason. I don't know. I'm not going with home team on this one. I'm going with local-based team.
Gotta support my boys in blue.
I'm going with Western Michigan. Penn State versus Georgia. Who's actually coaching Georgia right now?
Isn't it an interim? No,
Yeah.
wait. They picked up. No, yeah, Kirby's with them.
Kirby will be
with
with
Alabama through the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure there's an interim.
Yeah, this is going to be a low-scoring game, I have a feeling. I'm going with Penn State, just to have this feeling.
Can't do it. Never, James Franklin. Never. Georgia.
She just goes against people she doesn't
Exactly.
like. I'm going SEC all the way. I think they have something to prove in the
They
bowls.
do.
Liberty Bowl, Kansas State versus Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah. I'm going to be pulling. If it's SEC, I got it.
I'm going with Arkansas as well.
Ooh, that's a good
However,
one.
Kansas State pulled off that surprise the other day.
being the Liberty Bowl is taking place in Memphis, that'll favor Arkansas.
They'll
Yeah.
definitely have a heavy home crowd. Music City Bowl here in Nashville, Louisville versus Texas A&M.
This will be an interesting
It
game.
will.
Louisville kind of fell off after the first of the season, so I'm going to go Texas A&M.
But A&M never really has been
Yeah, they've been hit or
cold.
miss,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Louisville's been exactly the same way all
Yeah.
season. So.
It's a very short drive to Nashville from
It is.
Louisville,
And I
so
think
they're
I'm
have a
going to
good
pull for
team.
the SEC as well. I got to go for my conference.
I'm going to pull for the SEC. However, I think Louisville beats Texas A&M. I agree with you. I don't think they were always
Yeah.
there this year. Auburn versus
This
Memphis.
is a good game.
Birmingham Bowl.
Yeah.
This
I
is
think I like
close to
well,
both.
is it Memphis' coach coaching through the bowl?
I don't think so. He's already been announced as Virginia Tech's head coach. Yeah, that's why I'm going to say Auburn in the close one. I think they'll be able to pull it out.
Yeah, I think so too. Muschamp won't be there either, so
No, he's
thank God for that.
and I'm taking Auburn as well on that one. Mississippi State, North Carolina State. What Mississippi
hard
State
one
team's
to-
going to show up?
Yeah, that's exactly
exactly.
the question. So I'm going to go with Mississippi State.
I know everybody wants to talk about how the East has been so weak, but the West has been so hot and cold. They're either on or they're off, except for Alabama.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's the only one you could say is probably pretty been the state.
So you're picking NC State?
No, I'm picking Mississippi State. I think Dak has got enough in him, I hope, to get this.
I haven't even seen North Carolina State play all year, so I'm going with Mississippi State because I'm like you. I like Dak. Texas Tech versus LSU. Now, this one's a cotton cold right there.
Yeah, I'm going to go LSU, though. I think they got it in them to. Les is wanting to show that the.
On principle, I agree with you there, but I'm going to go with Texas Tech. I think they have a heck of an offense, so I'm going to pick them.
I think the Mad Hatter shows why he's the coach of LSU.
Exactly.
North Carolina takes on Baylor. This ought to be a good game. If Baylor gets their quarterbacks healthy
That's going to be the big question, so that's why I'm taking North Carolina. This one went pretty big.
I'm with him on that one, North Carolina. He's got
and since I don't know the Baylor situation, and some of these games are ways off. Rain and things like that could also play a factor in any game. I'm going to go with North Carolina as well. Peach Bowl, Houston is taking on Florida State. I'm going Florida State.
Yeah, I got to go Florida State,
too. As much as I want to root for Houston, I like Houston being the
I'll root for Houston.
I'll root for Houston as much as I want to, but the smarter places go with Florida State.
I like the underdog, David versus Goliath there, but I'm still going to take Florida State. However, TCU is playing Oregon. TCU, one of these teams near the end of the season, was really
kind of fell off. And Oregon, too, but had their hot and cold
Oregon
moments.
got a little bit better, but I'm going to still say something about TCU. Just tells me that they're going to be... And plus, this game's going to be played in Texas in San Antonio, so I'm going TCU.
Well, that'll play in their favor.
The Alamo Bowl.
I don't know. Where do you...
I think Oregon. Oregon is hot right now.
I think I'm with you on Oregon.
They started off a little bit cold, but...
They've been a surprise. The weeks I think I went against them, like UCLA.
Oklahoma State versus Ole Miss.
God, this is one that I'm extremely torn on.
Yeah,
but it just depends on which team shows up.
This is the Sugar Bowl.
I think I'm with Oklahoma State, and I am going against the SEC, but I feel like they've got more momentum than Ole Miss.
I don't. I'm going to go Ole Miss in this one. I can't believe I'm actually getting.
We're at odds again.
Yeah.
I'm with Zach. I'm taking Ole Miss. Stanford versus Iowa in the Rose Bowl.
That one's hard too. I think Stanford wins out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close defensive game, but I like Stanford being able just to make enough plays. Plus, it's in California as well. So
yeah, being in California. However, Iowa's a good team.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, but I think
I'm taking Iowa. I just think the Pac-10 was really weak this year. And Stanford didn't, they were playing in a weak division or a weak conference. That's why they wound up being number one. Let's see, Florida at Michigan versus Michigan.
They're in Citrus Bowl, so they'll be in Florida. I'm gonna go Florida. I don't think Michigan's got enough to get. They just really disappointed me against Ohio State.
The question that comes from Florida is where the offense is going to come from. I think Michigan just has a
tad more offense.
Yeah, so I'm going Michigan.
I'm actually taking Michigan on this one too because I'm agreeing with Zach, and I really hate Florida.
Well, I hate Florida too, but I think
I will root for the SEC, but this is one that really won't upset me if Florida loses. Let's come back to that one. We'll say Notre Dame versus Ohio State. Ohio State probably the only team out there that really has a legitimate gripe. They didn't get a chance to play for a championship, but you got to win your conference.
Yeah.
So who do you think?
Are you kidding? Notre Dame.
Callie goes.
I've sent some special spray paint to the school.
Callie goes with her heart.
I'm going Ohio State. I think Notre Dame just has too many injuries right now at this point. So. I would
probably agree, and Ohio State's going to have something to prove being snubbed. Before we get into the big game, the two big games, UT, which is a big game with me and Callie. UT taking on number 13 Northwestern in the Outback Bowl. Best bowl we've had in 6 years, 7 years.
UT wins this one easy. I'm calling it now. Northwestern.
Easy?
Yeah, Northwestern, aside from it being Stanford's.
Well, we always have to keep things interesting, so I don't know how easy it will be, but I'll pick UT. Obviously, I want to see him win this bowl. Huge win for us. Huge win for
I'm still not 100% sold on UT. I think they're a better team. However, I think they struggled a little against Vanderbilt until the second half.
Yeah, but look how close they are to being that under. UT is that close to being in one of these top 4 teams. So I don't know what the point differential is off the top of my head.
All right. Well, I'm going with Northwestern. I think we'll be disappointed.
Shame.
I know it. I don't want to. I'll be rooting for UT. So, All right, number 2 versus number 3. Alabama takes on Michigan State in the Cotton Bowl.
I want Michigan State to win. I want them to win.
So
do they win? Ooh, I don't know.
So you
but
picking
they're scrappy.
State?
So I'm pick Michigan State.
I'm going Alabama. I think they have the familiarity with playing at
Well, they flubbed
Jerry's
though.
Stadium. I think that's going to help them. So.
But still, they're
Okay,
stuck it
here's
up in
my
bowls
thought
last
process, and this is where we're talking about Michigan teams that win a national championship have to have some adversity in their season. Something happens. If you go back to the UT season with the Stoners or Clint Stoner, whatever his name was, fumble.
Well, we lost Jamal Lewis that year, 3rd game in, so that was huge for us losing that with key running backs.
You know, and just key things happen every year. Michigan State, their miraculous, stop of Michigan. They only lost by 1 point in Nebraska. I'm thinking Michigan State is actually going to wind up being your national champion. And I'm taking
Really?
I don't know. Alabama had that hiccup with Ole Miss.
But last year they blew it up
I'm
in
taking
the
Michigan
bowl
State.
last year. They got
Clemson
beat,
versus
but-
Oklahoma.
Michigan State.
I mean, no, Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Clemson
I mean,
versus.
That's why.
Well, and unfortunately, the way it's kind of set up now, it's nice to have a playoff. But if you're not really in one of these 2 games, how important are these games? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the other.
I mean, it's
good-
important. It's important to the point that it's great. You get to practice 2 more weeks. It's good for your team. You get more playing time. It helps for recruiting. Blah blah blah. But realistically, if you're in the Liberty Bowl,
We'll see.
You're
We'll
not
see
playing
what
for a
these 2
national
games
championship.
margin,
Mm-hmm.
the points
But-
margin.
all right, Clemson versus Oklahoma. Callie's got to get out here. She got 4 minutes.
Clemson.
Callie's taking.
They're my
I know who
national
Zach
champions.
is taking.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I think last year Clemson destroyed Oklahoma in a bowl game. I think the Clemson just has the better matchup in this
Well,
one. So
I
I'm going
know
Clemson in
Oklahoma's
this
been
one.
a surprise this year,
Yeah.
though. But again, they lost against Texas. I mean, they folded like a wet paper sack. So
I don't know.
But Oklahoma
you would
looks
have thought that
good.
would happen.
They in the
They're
second
scrappy.
half. I hate to go against you in both games, Zach, because we're so close.
You're looking to pad your stats,
I
Joe.
know
That's
it.
what you're doing.
I actually was looking more for an Oklahoma-Michigan State matchup for a national championship
I think.
because I just don't think Clemson has truly been tested like Oklahoma has. I mean, Oklahoma's been tested.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they've definitely battled for where they're at, and I can't take that away.
All right,
from them.
I'm taking Oklahoma. All right, final pick. Okay, and we can talk for maybe a couple minutes before Kylie's got to get out of here. Okay, Zach, you basically think it's going to be Alabama versus Clemson in the plan for the national championship.
Yep.
Why and who do you think is going to win?
I just like Alabama. I like the way they've been playing overall. I like Clemson. Against Oklahoma, I think they had the better matchup in that one. I think it had been Alabama and Oklahoma playing each other, I probably would have gone Oklahoma in that matchup. But I think just the way the playoff works out, I'm going, and I'm saying Bama wins the national championship.
Ooh. No, that's good for the SEC.
It is good for the SEC,
right.
and you would think that I would be pulling for them, but I just
right.
can't.
Callie, you say Clemson and Michigan State are going to be playing for a national championship.
And I've said this all along. Clemson is my national champion, and I'm okay with that. An ACC team being national champions, I'll take it this year. So
Callie thinks Clemson. Why?
I think they've got enough. I think they've got the heart. They know what they want. They've been focused all season. They battled back. They're just my team as far as. I think they got this.
All right.
I really do.
And I picked the underdogs. I took Michigan State versus number 4 Oklahoma to be playing for national championship. Once again, I reiterate, something has to happen in every team season that makes them win that national championship. Michigan State has only lost one game by 1 point, and I think that game against Michigan is the reason why they're going to be the national championship.
I could handle Michigan State being national championship, but I think.
And they're deserving. Any of
Yeah,
these
they
teams,
are.
I think, are deserving. If I was going to go out on a limb and say one that maybe shouldn't be in there, it'd be Oklahoma. Not to take a punch at Zach or the conference, but just not having that extra game. It's beneficial to them not playing.
Yeah,
an
this
extra
is a
game.
really good 4-team matchup. No, last year I wouldn't have said that, but I like this. I like this 4-team matchup. I think these are going to be great games.
And here's the
Great
other thing.
games.
In your defense, if Oklahoma wasn't in it, it would have been Ohio State most likely.
Yeah, I know.
Or Stanford.
So
one
thank
of
God
Yeah.
for the committee and Common sense.
And Oklahoma played a tough schedule when they played against Baylor.
They did. Like I
played
said,
against
they fought to be where
University
they're
of
at, so I give them that.
So, with that being said, Callie, you're taking Clemson. I'm taking Michigan State. Zach, you're taking Alabama. That's three completely. Why do we not think that Oklahoma has a chance?
It's all about matchups to me.
Yeah.
I think Clemson, the Clemson-Oklahoma matchup. Initially, Oklahoma getting bumped down to the number 4 seed created this matchup where Clemson will have a home field advantage playing in the Orange Bowl Stadium down there in Florida. And I just, Clemson and Oklahoma faced off last year. What's really the difference between these two teams this year? Clemson's better this year.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's obviously a little bit better this year, but so I just think the matchup is better.
All these teams aren't overrun with injuries. I mean, they're fairly healthy and they've had good years. They fought back. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it looks I don't think it's a great big of difference if you were to switch it around either.
I think if Alabama plays Oklahoma at the Cotton Bowl, where the number 2, number 3 seed are playing right now, I think that's a home field advantage definitely for Oklahoma, and I would have gone Oklahoma in that one because I think the matchup presents better for Oklahoma. So it's all about matchups.
Well, and I do feel that Oklahoma dropping to the number 4 seed was probably correct since they did not play in a conference game.
I completely agree as well.
However, I will go out on a limb and say this: the committee's got it right this year. Maybe it worked in their favor or whatnot. All 4 of these teams are deserving. 3 teams played the same schedule that Alabama played or even UT played all year long. Their chances for a national championship would be a lot slimmer.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. If you want to get in touch with Zach, you can always reach him here at the Tullahoma News or
on Twitter at Zach Birdsong, no spaces in between.
You can always call and complain to Callie at Tullahoma News or
at NewsScout27.
And as for us, we appreciate you listening in. We'll come back with basketball before too long.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell everybody we'll be starting a college football bowl challenge online at the Tullahoma News. So if you want to go online, you can win $50 in Domino's pizza money, basically. So that would make for a good, good Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah. So which would be probably about a month later.
Yeah.
So with that, folks, we appreciate you tuning in every week. Let us know if you like what you hear. Once again, thanks for tuning in.